Week 10 of the Canadian Premier League. Nigel Reid in the booth alongside Will Cromark, founding father of the TSS Rovers, as Halifax Wanderers get set to welcome Calgary-based Cavalry FC at the Wanderers grounds. Both teams in buoyant mood, coming off wins last time out. Halifax aiming for back-to-back home victories, while the Cavs need the points to put real pressure on the pace-setting top three. Cloudy afternoon in Halifax, temperature around 17 degrees Celsius as we count down to kick-off. Looking forward to a stirring encounter between these two teams. Halifax need to score more goals, there's no doubt about that this season. They'll hope that win last week will spur them on to greater things. What did they do last time out? Well, let's have a look. This was Halifax at home to Valor last weekend. Zach Fernandez, who's suspended today, and early in the game, it was over there cross and a clever flick from the Englishman Callum Watson, his first goal of the season, but he wasn't finished there. Valor got themselves in a mess defensively, and the Wanderers took full advantage. Watson again, Johnny on the spot, into the corner, and a brace for the Englishman Callum Watson. 2-0. They almost made it 3 with 20 minutes to go. Ferrian with the shot, well saved by Yesley, and they had the chance to extend their advantage. Cavalry, well, they got themselves in a mess early against the expansion team Vancouver last weekend. Sean Hundal scored his first goal of the season. He won't score many easier than that inside the first 4 minutes. But the Cavs came roaring back with New Zealand striker Maya Bevan on fire. Inside 10 minutes, the men in red were back on level terms, 1-1, thanks to Maya Bevan, and the advantage played by the referee. Gauthier Intigny, watch out for him today, sets it up. Bevan, clinical, in the corner. After 20 minutes, 2 goals in a little over 10 minutes, and a big smile for the big Kiwi. Before the half hour, they were to extend the advantage. Bevan off the bar. Nobody's picking up Sergio Camaro at the back piece. And at 3-1 it finished in favour of Cavalry. So here are the current CPL standings. Cavalry come into the game in 4th place. Win today would take them within a point of Forge FC. Halifax Wanderers starting the day in 6th place. A win today could take them level with Valor and Cavalry on points so far this season. Halifax Wanderers starting lineup, 2 changes from that win last week, both at fullback. Riley Ferrazzo comes in at right back, Christian Campagna in at left back. Watch out for Watson and Ferrian and Daniels, and Thiago Coimbra leads the line for the home team. Hayden Daniels was very evident last week. Will, thoughts about him?
Oh, well, this is exactly what we need from Aiden Daniels. Everybody wants to see him. 80% dribble success. That's the kind of guy that's going to slip passes for the top guys to make a difference at the top.
Watch out for Aiden Daniels. Captain for the day, Mohamed Omar, a rock in the middle of midfield.
Absolutely. This is a guy that Patrice needs, helps the build. I think he had 99% pass completion last game. Just keeps it ticking over. Beautiful player to watch.
Mohamed Omar will skipper the team. Cavalry, well, Tommy Wheeldon Jr. decides if it ain't broke, it doesn't need fixing. It's the same 11, it's the same formation that beat Vancouver last time out. Moussi on the right-hand side, the pacey Intigny on the left, serving New Zealander Maya Bevan up top, Tromp and Chima at the central defence with Alarcon and Camden, the fullbacks. Eric Copser, we saw plenty of him in an advanced midfield role last weekend.
Yeah, for an 0-1, fantastic player. Reminds me an awful lot of his coach, Nick Ledgerwood. Plays on the edge, but keeps the ball ticking over. Great player to watch.
There's 24. Maya Bevan is the man of the moment. Up top, 5 goals and a couple of assists. It speaks for itself in terms of production so far this season.
Yeah, this guy is very much what Tommy Wheeldon team loves. Works his socks off up top, turnovers, and now he's getting his goals. This is a guy to watch for sure.
As we say, both teams will be in confident mood, having won last weekend. It's always good for confidence and self-belief. Cavalry fans have made a long journey, and they hope to see another 3 points on the board for Tommy Wheeldon's team today. Down east in Halifax, where the Wanderers fans are always here in big numbers and hoping for a big performance from the Wanderers today. Always a good atmosphere at the Wanderers grounds. They make themselves heard.
I think this is really, Patrice has got them playing. He's getting them having chances. Now if they finish it, they're really going to enroll the crowd as the 12th person, 12th man, if you will. Absolutely necessary for this club to take the next level.
Whatever he said, I'm not a good lip reader, but he is certainly optimistic of a Wanderers victory today. Halifax Wanderers against Cavalry FC at the Wanderers ground. It's week 10 of the Canadian Premier League. Lineups and kickoff just ahead, right here on One Soccer.
Hey, so Mom's thing's coming up. Should we book flights?
Let's do it.
Oh, there's an early flight. We'll be there by lunch.
Speech.
Or the later one?
What if we went the day before?
Sure. Stuff these up.
Yeah, I'd go for this one.
Oh, perfect.
Be there when it counts. With over 500 flights every single day, we have a flight for that.
These days at your local Legion, we're marching to the beat of a different drum. On a mission to support veterans, to have fun, and to welcome everyone to our ranks. You don't have to be a veteran to join the Legion. And as a member, you'll join thousands of others serving our veterans, our communities, and our country. Oh yeah, and our Member Perks program will save you thousands on shopping, dining, products, and services across the country. Join us at legion.ca.
We created Carlsberg 0-0 because even the best things can be better with alcohol-free beer. Clean, one-handed backhand is better. Balancing stuff is better. Whatever this is better. We created Carlsberg. Skipping your own ad is better. Parking in space, better. So, can the best alcohol-free beer make good things better? Probably.
A new era for Canadian soccer begins today. Experience the emotion of every match. Watch all the highlights, the breaking news, the best debates, and analysis. And all the information about the Canadian stars playing abroad. Get access to the best of Canadian soccer from any device. Join the new dawn of an unstoppable game. See the rise on onesoccer.ca.
Greetings, we're down east for week 10 of the Canadian Premier League. Beautiful Halifax, Nova Scotia, the setting, as the Halifax Wanderers prepare to take on Cavalry FC, the privateers, are in the kitchen. They're ready to get cooking. As we welcome you to the Wanderers grounds, Halifax Wanderers, having chalked up their first win of the season last weekend, hoping to continue that form against Calgary-based Cavalry. Nigel Reid in the booth, alongside Will Cromack, looking forward to an attacking game, and the field, as always, at the Wanderers grounds, Will, looking in perfect condition.
Absolutely. I think this will be an attacking game. If the two of them are getting off the mark like they did the last matches, we should have a whole bunch of fun here.
Fans come in their many thousands. It's usually a sellout at the Wanderers grounds, and the fans make themselves heard. They'll try and will the Wanderers onto a second victory of the season. But Cavalry have only been beaten once this season, Will, so they are a tough nut to crack.
Absolutely, and I think that they've been a little bit unlucky. I mean, Tommy would say they should have more points. That's Tommy Wilden, and I would say Patrice is in the same boat.
Here come the teams. Halifax, after that 2-0 victory against Valor last weekend. Callum Watson scoring a brace for the home team. Cavalry having come from behind to beat Vancouver by 3-1. Maya Bevan got a brace for the Cavs. As the teams come to centre field, and we get red for the singing of the Canadian national anthem. Oh Canada, team lineups and kickoff just ahead, right here on One Soccer.
Allstate and its 900 agents proudly support Canadian soccer at every level. Visit allstate.ca.
The Volkswagen FC Game Changer program is back for 2023. Nominate a game changer who's making a difference in your soccer community today.
Time has passed me by without you by my side. When I think of all that's gone, you're still the one. Never let it go, 'cause you know for sure we've been apart, now I need you more. Still those times I hide away.
Hey, so Mom's thing's coming up. Should we book flights?
Let's do it.
Oh, there's an early flight. We'll be there by lunch.
Speech.
Or the later one?
What if we went the day before?
Sure. Stuff these up.
Yeah, I'd go for this one.
Oh, perfect.
Be there when it counts. With over 500 flights every single day, we have a flight for that.
WestJet is a proud sponsor of the Canadian Premier League.
It looks like we're headed towards
and many people's dreams of owning a home.
What's keeping you up at night?
I'm kind of stressed about my money situation.
It's stressful to talk about.
Oscar, come here.
Here's your financial stress companion.
She definitely helps.
It's never too late to start.
Good portfolio. Back with saving for my first down payment.
CIBC is a proud partner of the Canadian Premier League.
Welcome back to the Wanderers grounds in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Marco Carducci, captain of Cavalry, ready to greet Mohamed Omar, who will lead the home team all in blue. Handshakes all round, smiles and the formalities. Before we get to the photographs and the lineups, our referee, by the way, is Michael Venn from Joliette, Quebec, who will perform the coin toss with a little help from his friends. Carducci and Omar. There we go. All just about done. Halifax Wanderers make a couple of changes from their win last weekend, both of them at full-back. Riley Ferrazzo comes in at right-back for the suspended Zach Fernandez, and Christian Campagna in at left-back. Watch out for Ferrin, Watson, Daniels and Coimbra. That front four can be very dangerous, as we saw last weekend. One for the scrapbook for years ahead. When you tell your grandchildren, I was an athlete. I used to play pro soccer, you know. And Cavalry in their familiar red jerseys and white shorts. News for Cavalry is exactly the same as it was 7 days ago. No changes for Tommy Wheeldon Jr. after that come-from-behind win over Vancouver, 4-2-3-1. Keep an eye on speedy left winger Gauthier Intigny, Ali Moussi on the right, feeding the big New Zealand striker. 5 goals, Maya Bevan wearing number 9 for the Cavs. Formalities, well, are just about complete. Time to bring it all together and make sure everybody's on the same page.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be an exciting game. Both teams like to possess the ball. I think, like you said, Intigny versus a new Ferrazzo at right back. That could be where the match is won and lost.
Maybe a very key battle. We'll keep an eye on that. As Jan Fillion heads towards the home fans, gets a rousing reception. Was called into action on a number of occasions last weekend against Fala, but managed to keep a clean sheet, his second of the season. Hayden Daniels will operate in midfield, support the attack. Marco Carducci, former goalkeeper of the year, just one clean sheet and ever present in the Cavalry lineup, has conceded just 10 goals in 9 appearances. Sergio Camargo got his second goal of the season last weekend, and Michael Venn gets us underway. Cavalry in the red jerseys attacking the goal to your right in this first half against the blue shirts of Halifax Wanderers. Both teams will in confident moods. It's so good to have a week to prepare, coming off a win and trying to build on that.
Yeah, and I think this game is filled with technicians. Alarcon, Moussi, Camargo, and on the other side you've got Daniels, obviously Watson here. So it should be a good match to watch for a neutral. I'm excited to see some of these guys play.
Massimo Ferrin likes to get forward, can be tricky. Good footwork from Ferrin, needs somewhere to go, and wins the throw. CIBC player to watch, Hayden Daniels, originally from Toronto. His second season with Halifax, already has a goal and 2 helpers this season.
Yeah, I think when this guy is on, he unlocks a whole bunch of defenses. The cutback, slipped balls. Really excited to see him float inside and support Watson.
Daniels couldn't quite control that, knocked forward. Plenty of blue jerseys to collect the loose ball. Daniels first to react. Brings in his captain, Mohamed Omar, Mo Omar. Daniels again. Long ball forward, looking for Watson over his left shoulder. Up against Trafford. That might be a key battle as well. Charlie Trafford against Watson. Free kick for the challenge on Trafford. Patrice Geyser, first season as coach in the big leagues, plenty of success in League One Ontario. How do you rate the performance so far of the new man?
Well, the process is the process. You can't rush it, but in the end, I think he's playing a style of football, and an exciting style that will bring this really packed crowd to life more regularly, and I'm excited about that.
And Tommy Wheeldon Jr. has been at the helm of Cavalry since day one. He's a little grayer than he was back in 2019, but he knows everything there is to know about this league, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, the evolution where he's come from, you know, back in the day, there was Waterman and 3 at the back and Zader, and now he's a 4-2-3-1. I think it's positive the way he's moving the team forward.
Cavalry win today. They won't move up the table, but they will move to within a point of Forge in that top 4. And reminding you, the playoff scenario for the CPL this season has just changed slightly. 5 teams will qualify. We'll get into more details later in the season. Ali Moussi can be a tricky customer. Scores goals, sets them up, always willing to get involved.
And you watch Moussi and Camargo just switch places and slip in and out. A really dangerous duo. And they can just do anything. Mavericks, love watching them play, both of them.
Charlie Trafford in his usual defensive midfield position. Seen him and Watson come together a couple of times. Carducci for Chima, who got himself in a mess early in that game against Vancouver last weekend. His teammates came to his aid, and by the half hour they were leading by 3-1. I'm sure he and his teammates have had a chat and review about what happened.
I'm sure they have. It's nice to have guys like Daly and Cobbs and Trafford in front of you. I think that really anchors this Cavalry team and should put them in good stead to be right near the top by the end of the season.
Omar and Daniels combining. Lorenzo Caligari.
There's an example of what Bevan can bring you, whether he brings goals or not. It's just hounding people from the front. It's very important.
Eric Cobbs, so we highlighted him in the pre-game. Was much in evidence last weekend against Vancouver for the Spaniard Roberto Alarcon. Here's Musi towards the edge of the area. Musi again loves to get in on his left foot. Ran into traffic. Alarcon. Filion was needed. It'll come from Musi. And unfortunately his control off his chest let him down. But a warning shot across the bows. Carducci can't keep it in. Is that gone for a corner? From one end to the other.
My word. Mr. Musi is not going to be thrilled with his touch here, and normally that's a perfect touch right here.
Yeah.
He looks to the stars.
But Alarcon tested Filion. And the Halifax goalkeeper was up to the challenge. And Alarcon, although a fullback, watch him throughout the game, loves to get forward. Daniels at the other end. Into the area he goes. Oh, is that an own goal? It's gone in. An awful mess. Well, Coimbra's celebrating. He may have got the last touch. And Cavalry didn't defend the way they wanted to. And in 5.5 minutes, Halifax Wanderers strike first against the Cavs. Halifax Wanderers leading by a 0-0.
Awful defending here, and yeah, oh, I do think he's got that. I think he's scored that. Yeah, good for him. He's needed that. Right place, right time. Little toe poke. Really poor defending. I do not think Calgary will be very happy with that at all.
Diego Coimbra, his first goal of the season, just toe poked it in. He's credited with the goal. But as you say, well, there have to be questions asked about the standard of defending from Cavalry. And unfortunately, Carducci could do nothing about it as the ball from the corner went to the near post. Coimbra beat his man and managed to get the crucial touch to give Halifax the opening goal. Camargo at the other end, up against Lockery. Oh, well, referee says penalty. Camargo goes down. Lockery, there was a hand on the shoulder, and Michael then points to the penalty spot.
There will be goals in the game, we said, and look at what we've got. Great from a neutral's perspective. Absolutely a penalty right here. Camargo's such a handful. Drives to the byline. 100% that is a penalty.
Lockery tried to disguise it. Referee wasn't being fooled. There was a big arm round the shoulder, round the neck from the Halifax central defender. Camargo went down. Michael Venn had absolutely no doubt. Pointed to the penalty spot. Meyer Bevan spots it down. And Filion will be called upon again. Scored a penalty the last time these two met in a 2-2 draw back in May. So Bevan takes responsibility. Cavalry's leading scorer. Not happy with where the ball is placed down. And Michael Venn says, just hold on a moment. Everybody else, except for the striker and the keeper, have to be outside the area. Bevan to level it for Cavalry. Does so. Top corner. Great penalty. Filion no chance. And within 8 minutes, we've got 2 goals, 1 at each end. Lockery was at fault. And Bevan takes full advantage. The travelling fans, it was worth the journey. 1-1.
That was an absolutely perfect penalty. And here we go, Camargo doing what he does best. Watched him do that to myself. Down the line, dragged back. What a penalty that is. Confident, no chance for Filion.
Bevan has 6 goals for the season. He leads the CPL in scoring.
And our 2 number 9s have both scored already. That's what 9s want. They want goals. They don't want to just work hard up top. So good for them, good for us to watch.
Trafford wraps his foot around it. Fears the immediate danger. Only as far as Nimick. And a chance for Halifax to respond. Well, if you wanted goals, you wanted entertainment, you've come to the right place. If you're joining us late, look at the scoreboard. 1-1 already. Coimbra from the corner. Bevan from the penalty spot. It's 1-1 at the Wanderers grounds.
And if we settle this game down a little bit, you'll notice that Halifax really pushed their right-hand sided fullback up. It's very asymmetric. Last week, they pushed up Fernandez. Looks like Ferrazzo's just picking up where that left off. Campagna drops in a little bit. Nimic is very high. I think Calgary will be really seeing if they can take an example of putting the ball in behind Intigne, who's lightning quick.
Halifax coming forward again. Shima clears up the mess. Camargo, who won the penalty, turning his cobs up. Well, you've hardly had time to draw a breath. I'm not sure who that was intended for. Certainly Alarcon was nowhere near it.
Turn the page. He doesn't make many mistakes. We'll give him one.
Well, entertaining opening. Not necessarily for the coaches of both teams. You could make an argument that both goals should have been prevented. But on we go. With Coimbra the goal scorer. Alarcon, Musi, Cavalry trying to play their way out of the back. There's not much room. Alarcon takes a tumble, wins the free kick.
Very nice. Alarcon, beautiful looking player.
Just having a word with this coach down there, right at the bottom of your screen.
Ton of technique on this pitch, and the grass is playing nicely. Both play on grass, so shouldn't be any worries with the surface.
Hobbs trying to get it forward for Insigne on that left-hand side. 2 players around him, one of which was Riley Ferrazzo. We'll have 2 changes to the Halifax Wanderers lineup. Zach Fernandez, one of their more creative players, not in the lineup today. He's suspended because of yellow card accumulation.
Yeah, Ferrazzo will be happy. Just get a tackle in early, make sure that he's in the game, focused. It's always difficult to be that guy waiting, but first-year guy, good for him.
8th appearance of the season for Ferrazzo. Coimbra again making a nuisance of himself. Runs into traffic. Musi can bring it away. Foul was committed. The ball had already gone. Referee might have played advantage there. It is going to be a yellow card, and rightly so, for Caligari, I believe.
Feisty guy, this Caligari. Enjoy watching him play. Definitely one of Patrice's guys. Seamlessly fit in right away to the CPL. Loads of guys that can do that in this country, and it's good they're uncovering some.
Caligari, born in France, came through the PSG Academy some years ago. Now at the age of 24, getting himself stuck in the CPL. Musi certainly fell the challenge. First yellow card, so Caligari needs to behave himself for the remainder of the game. Shima for his goalkeeper, Marco Carducci. He won't be collecting his 3rd clean sheet of the season, nor will Jan Filion at the other end. Omar won it, but unfairly from Camargo. Free kick for the visitors.
I think he probably is feeling a little hard done by there, but Camargo's knows how to play this game.
Camargo wins it again, but again penalised by the referee. Plenty of meaty challenges in the opening stages.
I think you get that when you have grass surfaces as well. Guys can go in a little bit more.
Maya Bevan from Auckland, New Zealand. And Filion, originally from Ottawa, came through the Montreal Impact Academy. Played in Scandinavia, in Finland and Sweden and Norway, so plenty of experience for the Halifax stopper. Couldn't do anything about Bevan's penalty, though.
I don't think many could. I don't think many could.
I don't think any goalkeeper anywhere in the world would have stopped that. Powerful, high, top corner. And Klomp from the Netherlands. Fending off Ferrazzo.
Look at how high that right back is. That's incredible. He's up, basically pushed up to the top line, so it's really asymmetric. Obviously, Omar has to cover over to that side, and Cavalry has to come down and anchor that as well. But yeah, it sometimes almost looks like it's three at the back with Campagna, natural center back.
Callum Watson. Tomorrow, Canada against the USA. Pre-game from 8 p.m. Eastern, CONCACAF Nations League. Canada looking for their first trophy in 23 years. Against our nearest and dearest in Vegas. Don't miss it.
Father's Day present.
Yes.
Let's go.
Fonzie and co. Musi almost intercepted. Got a touch on it out of play. Halifax throw on halfway.
It's interesting, Watson's dropped out to the left at least 3 or 4 times already that we've seen. So he's come from that 10, opening that up. Campagna dropped low. Definitely a plan.
Campagna with the throw up the line. Turning is Coimbra. Challenged by Chima. Throw for Cavalry.
Coimbra works hard. Definitely going to be something that Chima has to deal with.
Born in Brazil, came to Vancouver at the age of 11. Thiago Coimbra. Watson almost nicked it. Alarcon, quick feet. He'll take responsibility and did well.
Fabulous play. Great feet.
Forward by Camden. Just over a quarter of an hour gone. Teams trading goals inside the first 10 minutes. Thiago Coimbra from broken play. And a corner that Cavalry, in all honesty, did not defend well. And then Maya Bevan from the penalty spot after Sergio Camargo was manhandled in the box by Cale Lockery. And 1-1.
And well, I think Calgary will be going, thinking that they have a chance on that left side. The width of these two center backs might be something that is a target for Halifax. Win the ball and quickly down to Watson or Coimbra up top.
Musi dispossessed, but wins the foul. Crowd don't like it. Caligari doesn't like it. I beg your pardon, it is Caligari, and he needs to be not too vocal in those protests. He has already got a yellow card. Combative midfielder, that's in his DNA, but he might need to dial it back just a little.
Well, I think he has a reason to be upset there. Having said that, he's already on the yellow, so you can't say anything to get a cheap one.
Trafford dived in fairly. Camargo just miscontrolled it first time. Daniels was looking for it. It'll break for Camargo again. Didn't like the purchase on it. Caligari a chance to clear for Watson, coming really deep to get involved. Omar and Lockery. Belts it long. Looking for Ferrin. Alarcon. Ferrin's beaten him and then runs into Chima. and wins the corner. Well done, Ferin.
Surface looks like it might be running a little bit slow at times. Don't know why the passes are a little bit light at the back, and that's led to this.
Well, from their last corner, they scored the opening goal. Let's see what Cavalry have learned. They took a short corner. Cavalry were not prepared for what followed. Carducci and co need to be on their toes this time round. This time longer towards the back post. The header, referee saw some pushing. Free kick to Cavalry.
Floated to the back, hoping to knock it back. Yeah, pushing the back. Definitely.
Man on the turf. Is that Ferrazzo? Confirm that for you in just a moment. I think it's Riley Ferrazzo. Yeah. And he looks to be in a fair amount of discomfort.
Smart rolled back on the field. Doesn't want help. A little breather.
Limps away, but happy to continue. As we said, it has been a somewhat physical battle so far. Nothing less than we expected between two combative teams who love to possess the ball. Not much time to work with the ball, so it's good to have quick feet. Find a little bit of space if possible. Klomp forward for Camargo. Cavalry throw. Camargo waits his way forward towards the edge of the box. Antigny runs into traffic. Watson back to help out. Caligari, again Halifax trying to play their way out of the back, but ultimately give up possession to Klomp of Cavalry.
I'd like to see someone just take the tempo down a little bit. Turnovers a bit too much. Just pass it back and forth, drag them out. Rest with the ball.
Chima, long diagonal for Insigny. Ferrazzo's all over the back of him. Insigny forced backwards, but Cavalry keep possession. Charlie Trafford, Claver. It's going to break for Ali Moussi here. Alarcon, the ever-willing run on the right-hand side. Chance was taken, I think it fell to Camargo. Dragged it wide, well wide of Fillion's post, but good intent again from Cavalry.
Yep. Trafford lost it there, came back to them right away. Good effort here. Not clean enough, but danger.
Interesting goal kick. Fillion clears up to halfway. Moussi trying to get involved. Trafford knocks it forward. Camargo cushioning it for Moussi, who was on the run. Moussi too high, but we know exactly what Ali Moussi can do if you give him a little time and space on that left foot. I mean, not his best.
Looking at Halifax, they're barely ever knocking the ball long from goal kicks. I'm sure Patrice is going to be upset about this, and it's led up high, and then all of a sudden Moussi has the ball in front of their net.
Loves to curl it into the top corner, didn't quite get his angles right. Maybe just a little sighter for Ali Moussi as Daniels picks up possession.
We've certainly seen him hit those, and he can. Magical left foot.
Christian Campagna, one of two changes for Halifax from the team that shut out Valor last weekend. Alarcon let it bounce, trying to cushion it out. He's going to have to play it. He's lost possession, the Spaniard, then battles to win it back, and the referee gives him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, he's lost it, won it back. He's a feisty guy. He's definitely, it's interesting, Campagna just knocking that forward. It's just, I don't think that that's anything like they're expecting or wanting. But, you know, got to win those second balls when you're talking CPL. Can lead to chances for certain. couple, though, in the last minute where you'd expect them to try and play out.
Just past the halfway mark of an entertaining first half. Sergio Camargo looks like he's going to need some attention here. Shake of the head. And medical staff. Oh, well, is that the sign? It is the sign. But Camargo's not going to be able to continue. They're looking at his left shin there, perhaps his calf. But it looks like Camargo's day is done.
That's a shame. That's a shame. He's been such a tear.
This was what was going on with Alarcon in the corner. And Camargo right in the middle of your screen. No contact with anybody else. But it looks very much, Will, as if Cavalry are going to have to make an early change.
Disappointing. When this guy gets on a run of games, he's dangerous all the time, creates so many things, really works well with Moosey, but just can't seem to get him fit long enough to stick with it.
Limping away, and that's a disappointment to say the least for Cavalry. Sergio Camargo will play no further part. Now they have Ethan Beckford on the bench, they have Mickey Cantave on the bench. Somebody like that might be the man to fill in for Tommy Wheeldon.
Could be Ben Fisk here.
Oh, it is. I think you're absolutely right.
Yep, former national team member. Nothing wrong with the work rate and energy he brings.
So enforced change for Cavalry. Sergio Camargo unable to continue. And Ben Fisk, indeed, 30-year-old, is on the field from Vancouver, played with Pacific and Atletico Ottawa and the Eddies as well. So plenty of experience, Ben Fisk, and I guess a like-for-like substitution.
Yeah, and I think it might force Moosey into the 10. Yeah, it looks like it is, and Fisk will come out to the left here.
Charlie Trafford wins the free kick. Boos from the home fans as well. So Ben Fisk wearing 17 as Charlie Trafford made his way forward before the challenge from Campania was penalised. Another free kick to the Cavs.
Charlie has something to say about it as well. I think what you're going to get from Ben Fisk is professionalism. He'll come in there and play his role. He won't be a problem. Not Camargo in terms of his feet, but definitely he'll add something.
It is notable, isn't it, that Cavalry are deep. They've got plenty of experience and talent on the bench.
Especially even with some of their injuries these days. Shamit Shom out for 3 months. So much.
Good point, good point. Ali Moussi, perhaps, or Alarcon, right-footed, curling into the box, looking for Bevan. Watson half cleared it, got a second chance. Big men still forward for the Cavs. Alarcon safety first, and Chima all the way back to Carducci. Decides to go long with plenty still forward, looking for Bevan. Bevan didn't quite bounce for him, and Filion was smartly off his line.
I like the Calgary evolution. There's still some of the direct vertical play that they can play and have no problems with it. They're also trying to play. Just makes them so unpredictable, and it's really kind of nice to see it beginning to evolve over the last couple seasons.
Foul on Verin from Alarcon. No Omar in the midst of the helicopters overhead. Turning Campania, did well, bought himself a little bit of space and time and room to roam. Looking to that right-hand side, plenty of room as well. Coimbra making his run, behind him, Trafford in the way. The referee awards the free kick to the Cavalry.
Very well done by Campania. I'm not sure he's done much there except for stand his ground, but looked the part. 50-50 either way, isn't it?
Chima looking for an outlet. Finds it in Fisk. Substitute dispossessed. Ferrin, Coimbra, Chima a chance to clear, Fisk again. Carducci takes responsibility. Plum, Camden. Well, they're trying to play their way out. Good high press from Halifax.
Really good.
To try and keep them pressed in. Watson, Kellen Watson. Oh. Try to curl it with the outside of his boot, Callum Watson. And suddenly, for just a moment, the goal was gaping for the Englishman.
Yeah, there's those wide center backs. Right through, opportunity. Not sure why he doesn't like his left foot here, but not that far away.
Couple of feet wide. And Callum Watson scored a couple last weekend, his first 2 CPL goals. And when you've got a couple, you want more. It's the great feeling. And just wide in the end.
That's a very good high press, though. The people to take the second ball right from the front. Excellent high press by Halifax.
Halifax ball. Just coming up to the half hour, all square. In an even, well-contested contest.
I think we need to see Daniels more on the ball, dictating some of this tempo, dictating some attacking threat for Halifax. A little bit too on the periphery right now.
Omar back for his goalkeeper, Filion. Not the best ball for Ferrazzo, but they just about got away with it. Daniels, but they've coughed it up again. And Bevan is offside.
Similar sort of play to what Halifax did there. Yep.
Easy decision for the assistant referee on this near side.
Just the 5 yards.
I think I might have spotted that one. Callum Watson had that shot opportunity a moment ago. Primarily operating on the left-hand side, but I did see him switch to the right a few minutes ago. And Watson again in field. Ferrin ran into trouble in the shape of Alarcon. And then the Spaniard picks up the free kick and writhes in agony on the turf.
Alarcon, so shifty. I'm sure he could play as a 6 in this league as a defensive midfielder. Look at this. Absolutely a foul every time.
Running away from Omar. Just a little lecture from Michael Venn for the Halifax midfielder. Alarcon's back on his feet and ready for more. Udoka Chima. And Chima again. Born in Italy, raised in England, came through the Burnley Academy, but of Nigerian heritage. Work that one out for me.
And a Canadian.
Indeed.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Charlie Trafford's done a great job of controlling his team. He's been on the ball a ton. I think Cobbs has been on it much less. Daniels and Cobbs, I'd like to see for either team starting to control a bit more.
Interesting you say, Cobbs are there, 24 middle of your screen. Hasn't seen much of the ball in this first half. Trafford has certainly been more in focus.
Ferrazzo's done a fantastic job. Haven't seen much of Vintingi either.
Yep, indeed. And Vintini was all over Vancouver, certainly in that first half last weekend. And as you say, his blade has been blunted a bit by the presence of Ferrazzo. That's clever for Omar, but overran it. Ben Fisk. And quickly in was Lochry to dispossess him. Ferrazzo did well, really well. Generous applause from the home fans. They realized there was some danger lurking there.
Clearly two very capable right back options for Halifax.
Cavalry have the edge in shots on target, 2-1. But Halifax have the ball. Looking to threaten with Daniels. Runs into Camden, who says, I'll take that away. Omar battling for possession. Halifax ball.
That's what we don't want to see Daniels do, but Omar picking up the pieces is exactly what we talked about at the beginning of the game.
That's decent. Coimbra. And Klomp diving in at the expense of a corner on that far side.
There's your slip ball from Daniels. That's more like it.
I believe that's their third corner of the half. They scored from the first.
Doesn't feel like a game that's had very few shots. Certainly enjoyable to watch and decent play all around.
Crowded penalty area. Cavalry delivers. Something perhaps off the training ground. It didn't work. Looking for the counter-attack. Ben Fisk belts it forward. And Intigny is onto it quickly. Moussi is busting a gut to get there. Intigny, Moussi.
Incredible defensive play.
Had to track the run. And got a tap on the ankles as well, but did really well to stop Moussi on the counter-attack.
That's what we call a weird corner kick that's led to an attack down here. There's the threat from the speed. Incredible effort by Nimic.
He's still on the deck.
Sore one.
Yep. Sometimes you have to put your body on the line. That was a prime example from the Halifax central defender. Nice touch to see Moussi making sure he's okay.
I think Moussi was taking a shot and ended up on his ankle. Sore won that.
10 minutes to half-time. They traded goals in the first 10 minutes. And they've been trying to get in front ever since. Kobza for Alarcon. Returns the favour for Kobza. Fisk on as a early substitute. Sergio Camargo forced off with a leg injury. Fisk deputising off the bench. Carducci the captain for Klomp. And Camden. Down the line it goes, meant for Trafford. Nimic takes responsibility at the back for Halifax. Not sit long, looking for Coimbra. Carducci judged the bounce beautifully, right at the edge of his penalty area.
I still think the process is in work for Halifax. They want to build out of the back. When you get a team as good as Calgary is from a pressure standpoint, sometimes you see inability there.
Alarcon skips the hay. Square ball for Fisk. Ben Fisk. 3 men in the way. The danger is averted for the time being. Simo Ferrian. And Kobza back to cover.
Good work by Kobza there.
Red card has been brandished by Michael Venn. Now, was that to the bench? I'm sure it must have been. It can't have happened on the field. Certainly not my infield of vision.
Leon Hapgood. I think he kicked the ball away, but not sure what he said afterwards.
The red card was certainly out. And the Cavalry coaching staff is reduced by 1. Still 11v11 on the field. Ball was kicked away from the dugout. Oh, well, there you go. Really unnecessary. Is it worthy of a red card? Well, Michael Venn thinks so.
Wow, yeah, well, he's taking a hard line there. Don't think I'd be as happy. Having said that, Tommy Wheeldon still remains on the bench.
He does. Ben Fisk back to help out. Charlie Trafford bringing it forward.
I was just going to talk about Alarcon again. Rummaging down the right-hand side.
Rummaging, good word, like that.
Fabulous effort today.
Camden forward, looking for Insigny. Ferrazzo allowed it to bounce. And I believe will win the free kick. There's a card coming here for Insigny. Suddenly, Mr. Venn is reaching for his pocket on frequent occasions.
Is that a yellow? I thought there might have been a handball in there. I think Calgary would say the same.
It is a yellow, so Caligari for Halifax, Intigny for the Cavs. The referee decided a yellow card was worthy. So the Cavalry winger will need to behave himself for the next 55 minutes or so. Karim brought it down, won it, and delivered it.
Again, it just looks like Halifax is lost for the first 2 or 3 options, and then all of a sudden it has to go long. And I think that that'll build. Over time, they'll get better and better at what the next option is. Just getting used to each other. It takes a while. Calgary's been together for pretty much the whole 5 years.
Fully on forward to halfway. Coimbra slips away from Klom. Coimbra on the charge. Looking for Watson. Alarcon poked it away in the nick of time.
Here's that man again. Both sides of the ball.
Now Ferrazzo well forward. Wins the free kick. Takes a tumble for the challenge from Charlie Trafford. This is going to be a free kick in a really interesting position. And Ferrazzo's been much involved, both defensively and offensively as well, hasn't he?
Been on the ground a whole bunch, hasn't he? But certainly has not dropped the level from Fernandez, and really enjoyed watching him play.
Yellow card, I think, this time for Charlie Trafford. Not necessarily for the challenge, but perhaps for the protest afterwards.
I think he was asking him where we were going afterwards.
So he joins Intigny in the referee's notebook. Trafford and Intigny, Caligari, all on yellow cards. Red card shown to the Cavalry bench. And we have 5 minutes to half-time. Can't take your eye off this one.
Something to talk about at half-time.
Oh, plenty. Daniels prepares to deliver the free kick. Plenty forward. Nimic's there. Mo Omar there. Coimbra at the back post. In it goes. Doesn't beat the first man. It'll find its way to Watson. Important that he keeps possession, does so. Still onside. Dangerous ball across. Kobza was in the way. The danger repelled for the time being. Back it goes from Campagna. Well, he can do better.
You can see what Daniels can bring to the table. It's just not doing it enough. And I'm sure he'd want to have the ball a bit more. Watson, excellent. And here he is again. That's a dangerous ball.
Kobza firstly with the header, and then with the diving clearance. And there he is again, Kobza, getting more involved in the game as we approach the interval. Still deadlocked at 1-1. We've been that way since the first 10 minutes of the contest. Coimbra from the corner, putting Halifax ahead before Meyer Bevan equalised from the penalty spot. Moussi foraging forward. Intigny back for Moussi. They don't want it on his left foot. His right foot is not as powerful as is demonstrated there.
You can see that second ball is still part of the DNA of Cavalry, and Moussi's ready for it. Trafford picks it up, and away they go. There's no worries with that at all, but they've added different layers to it, so I think that's still building as a process as well, but it's a dangerous team.
Privateers won another one before half-time. They wanted at the other end of the field, somewhere in this neighbourhood. Ferrin, covered by Kobza. Some unnecessary pushing and shoving afterwards.
Well taken. Out of the air by him. Again, I'm not sure it's the first option, though.
Campagna looking for an option. Watson comes to make himself available. Coimbra, Watson, Daniels. He'd like that one back, I'm sure.
Probably could have taken it forward another 3-4 yards. I think there's an opportunity there. Look at the space he's in. No pressure to the ball. Yeah, he's definitely got to take that forward a little bit. But better.
Cut out again by Watson, Omar, and Ferrin nicked in. Campagna all the way back to Lockery. Nimic for Ferrazzo up against Trafford on a yellow card.
More like it, more like it. Halifax wanting to build out, doing 5, 6, 7 passes. A little off the wavelength at the end there, but that's more what they want to do to drag Calgary out and get some space in behind.
Alarcon faced by Ferrin, decides to go home. Cobbs up. Out of play, Camden couldn't control it. And then Camden and Watson discussing tactics, exchanging pleasantries.
They want to go to dinner with traffic. It's interesting, Camden gets the ball out wide and Klomp is not dropping down.
Riley Ferrazzo is on the deck. No, he's been in the wars, let's put it that way, in this first half. And again, he's in discomfort. Now, can they patch him up and get him to half-time? Here come the medical staff.
Doesn't look happy.
He does not. Concern on the face of Patrice Geyser. Doesn't want to take Ferrazzo off. Fans hoping he'll recover. Helped to his feet. And Riley Ferrazzo, 23 years of age.
Oh, signal.
Toronto.
Signal for a sub.
Well, that's too bad. So both teams forced to make changes in this first half. Fisk for Camargo and now Ferrazzo forced off at right back.
Ryan James.
More than likely, for the time being, it's 11 on 10. 4 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half, so Halifax will want to get the man on as quickly as possible. For the time being, they're one short at the back. Caligari dispossessed. Fisk looking forward, looking for Bevan. Filion came. Bevan trying to chip him. Got his angles just wrong, but you could see what he was trying to do. And there was an opening just for a moment from Bevan.
Cheeky smile, knows he had an opportunity there.
Ryan James indeed is the substitute.
Campagna moves to the other side.
So James will come over to left back. 29-year-old from Mississauga. James on. As you say, there he is. Goes to left back, and Campagna switches to the right flank.
Opportunity knocks. That's what this game has always been about.
Shame to see Ferrazzo forced off. He certainly caught the eye in the first half.
Thoroughly entertaining. Enjoyed watching him. It's too bad for sure.
Now an opportunity for Ryan James to come in. Charlie Trafford looks a little bit in pain, or does he just want his half-time cup of tea? Campagna there over on the right. Coimbra. Klomp was all over the back of him. Play on, says the referee. Daniels does just that. Here's James. Ferrin for Watson. Teasing the defenders. Alarcon, Ferrin again. 2 minutes left to play in this first half. Can they create one more opportunity before the break? Fisk just got a touch on it, I think. It will be a Halifax throw. That's Tommy Wheeldon smiling and in his mind composing his half-time team talk.
I might think of Ferrin going to the other side and seeing if he can find some space. He's really tricky on the ball, it seems. Just not getting enough of it, and Alarcon's playing lights out today.
Alarcon right on cue with the clearing header. Fisk couldn't quite get there. Caligari pressed by Musi. Lochry for Nimic and Mo Omar. Safety first. Last minute of an entertaining first half. Filion had to clear quickly into touch.
Campagna not naturally an attacking type like Fernandez or Ferrazzo.
Antini is an attacking player. Try to tee up Fisk. It'll come back for Camden, all the way across. And James with an important clearing header, the substitute, Alarcon. And suddenly Cavalry find an extra gear in the closing seconds of a first half, punctuated by 2 early goals. Ali Musi stopped by Mo Omar. Caligari knocked forward again, looking for Coimbra, who scored early on. Coimbra trying to make himself a nuisance. Alarcon had to be quick and finds his teammate Eric Kobza. Referee says that'll do. Points to the dressing rooms. Half-time at the Wanderers grounds. Maya Bevan's 6th goal of the season was scored from the penalty spot after Sergio Camargo had been hauled down. Thiago Coimbra had opening the scoring early in the piece after a mistake from a corner from Cavalry. There were tries and attempts to both ends, but we reached half-time all square. Halifax 1, Cavalry 1.
Time has passed me by without you by my side. When I think of all that's gone, you're still the one. Never let it go, 'cause you know for sure we've been apart, now I need you more. Still those times I cried away.
Gatorade, with electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing.
I do this for my town, my time, my time. None of you people can tell me this.
Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
Pacific. Oh, what a mess. Daniels has got a score.
It's in the back of the net. Oh, Saze Di Rosario.
We created Carlsberg 0-0 because even the best things can be better where I go free beer. Clean one-handed backhand is better. Balancing stuff is better. Whatever this is better. We created Carlsberg. Skipping your own ad is better. Parking in space, better. So, can the best alcohol-free beer make good things better? Probably.
Degree, 72-hour non-stop protection. Antiperspirant with motion sense. Tested to the limit. Degree, keeps working when others stop.
Wanderers grounds in Halifax, Nova Scotia. It is week 10 of the Canadian Premier League. We're at half-time between the Wanderers and Calgary-based Cavalry FC. First 45 minutes, plenty to talk about between the men in blue and the men in red. Early chance for Cavalry with Musi and Alarcon combining. Alarcon with a shot to test the palms of Filion. But Filion was up to the challenge. Now, first corner of the game. Have a look at this. Aidan Daniels combining all the way across. And Thiago Coimbra getting the better of the defender and poking it into the back of the net for the go-ahead goal for Halifax Wanderers in front of a packed house to give the home team the lead. Sergio Camargo surging down the right. Cahill Lockery was all over him. Referee said that's a penalty. Have another look. Not too much to contest, despite the protests from the Halifax defender. Sergio Camargo later left the field, won the penalty. Maya Bevan from Auckland, New Zealand, smashes it into the top corner for his 6th goal of the campaign. Nothing Filion could do about that penalty, or any goalkeeper in the world, in our opinion. And Maya Bevan buries the penalty. 1-1 inside the first 10 minutes. Then, Will, chances at both ends.
Yeah, there was plenty of chances. Camargo was at the heart of a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, he's off now, but little off here. And definitely turnovers leading to some goals. Here's Musi again. Opportunities coming. Great feet.
Musi trying to curl it into the top corner. Got a little high then. Meanwhile, at the other end, Watson had a real chance. Callum Watson, the Englishman, outside of the boot, couple of feet wide.
And exactly what Halifax wants. High press. Unsure what he was going for there other than the outside of the boot. Carducci probably not happy.
So half-time at the Wanderers grounds. It is all square. 1-1 between Halifax Wanderers and Cavalry. 6 shots to 3 in favour of the visitors, who also lead in shots on target and possession. 3 corners for the home team. Talking of the number 3, there have been 3 yellow cards as well. Also a red card brandished to the Cavalry bench, but not to Tommy Wheeldon Jr. Let's bring you some highlights of what happened last night in the CPL. The champions Forge were in Winnipeg to take on Valor FC. What highlights coming for you in just a moment. Here we go. IG Field. That is not last night's game. That is Cavalry's game against Vancouver last weekend. Sandoval doing what is necessary, and they've got the opener. And Sean Hundal from Sandoval inside 4 minutes. It was a real mess at the back from the Cavs. Dan Klomp. Now, Bevan, one-on-one. Bevan, oh, magnificent from Bevan. One-on-one with the goalkeeper, no panic, coolest finish you could wish to see. And we've got 2 goals inside the first 10 minutes. Gauthier Intigny, 21 years of age. Good run. Oh, he's in here, one-on-one. Decides to pass. Bevan, 2-1. It's a brace for Bevan. Deceptively simple. Defenders were pulled all over the place.
Yeah, it can be a little tricky to change your tactics on the fly. I think for Vancouver now, it's just get to half-time.
Plenty of room on that far side. 3 to aim for in the box. Oh, well, it's gone in, has it? It has gone in. And Sergio Camargo got the last touch. 27 minutes gone. It looked as though the danger had passed.
In the end, you hope to find some continuity, especially between your center backs, your back 4, I would say, and then you can rotate a little bit up top.
Well, just as we sing Baccaro's praises, another turnover. Yesley had to get up for it. Jordan Hamilton, welcome to the match as he tries a long-distance strike.
Exactly.
Outswung corner kick. What a header for Guillaume Pianelli! How are you leaving Guillaume alone in the box? He's 6'4". It's a free header, and Valor take the lead.
Touch 11 is a dream touch. So now you're going to see if Faimi Siage can keep the same momentum up.
Well, his teammates are going to help him. Numbers, it's Williams. That's not a good pass out wide, but Ulloa gets the ball anyways. Back towards the Spezia. He bounces on the loose ball. Valor in cruise control at IG Fields. It has all gone wrong for Forge. Valor with a commanding advantage, and the Trench celebrates in delight with less than half an hour to play.
So Forge, the champions, beaten last night in Winnipeg. Here are the updated, indeed the live standings. If this game should finish in a 1-1 tie, Cavalry would stay fourth with 13 points. Halifax Wanderers would have 10 points from 10 games, but they're all chasing the Tridents Pacific, leading the way. 2 points from York, and Forge in third place. Cavalry in fourth. It's 1-1 in Halifax.
Gatorade, with electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
It looks like we're headed towards
And many people's dreams of owning a home.
What's keeping you up at night?
I'm kind of stressed about my money situation.
Oh, it's stressful to talk about.
Oscar, come here.
Here's your financial stress companion.
She definitely helps.
It's never too late to start. Good portfolio.
Back with saving for my first down payment.
Time has passed me by without you by my side. When I think of all that's gone, you're still the one. Never let it go, 'cause you know for sure we've been apart, now I need you more. Still those times I hide away.
Degree, 72-hour non-stop protection. Antiperspirant with motion sense. Tested to the limit. Degree, keeps working when others stop.
How do you go from the best to the ultimate without breaking the bank? You choose the big, bold, ultimate taste of ultimate chicken sausages and hot dogs. Choose ultimate taste and value, only from Maple Lodge Farms.
Warm welcome back to beautiful Halifax, Nova Scotia. We are at the Wanderers grounds in week 10 of the Canadian Premier League. Nigel Reid in the booth alongside Will Cromack. Privateers are here in their many thousands. Halifax looking for a second straight home win, but not if Myra Bevan, the league's leading scorer, has anything to do with it. His first half penalty takes him to 6 for the season. He's a dangerous customer. He's full of confidence, and you wouldn't bet against him, Will, getting another one.
No, he's hungry. He's getting the goals coming, and that's what strikers thrive on, just more and more. So taking cheeky shots like that empty net when Fillion came out. So I bet there's another goal in this game.
Thiago Coimbra, born in Brazil, immigrated to Canada at the age of 11, scored at the other end his first CPL goal. And Patrice Geyser just drilling into his players what he wants, what he expects in this second 45 minutes. Ali Moussy's had a couple of sighters, maybe more from him to come.
Hopefully. We love to see the Mavericks get on the ball and do some dancing. Makes the crowd go crazy. So
1-1 at halftime. Early goals. Halifax, Coimbra inside the first 5 minutes. Bevan responding from the penalty spot after 8 minutes. Opportunities followed at both ends of the field, but we are deadlocked at 1-1. Halifax Wanderers looking for a second straight home win. Cavalry also coming off a win last weekend against expansion team Vancouver FC. Halifax Wanderers in their blue jerseys and grey shorts. Campagna there started at left back, has moved over to the right following the injury to Riley Ferrazzo. Ryan James on as a substitute. Cavalry also forced to make a change. Sergio Camacho, having won the penalty, then picked up a leg injury, was replaced by Ben Fisk in midfield. Charlie Trafford will play alongside him, there or thereabouts. Marco Carducci relishing the challenge and the noisy fans behind him. Michael Venn is our referee from Joliette, Quebec. Halifax will attack the goal to your right in this second half. Last time they played each other, it was an entertaining one, 2-2. It finished in Calgary back in May. So you do get the feeling, Will, that there may well be more goals in this contest.
Yeah, and I think the message from both coaches would have been, let's get the ball to our game changers. Let's get the ball in the feet of Watson, Daniels. Let's get the ball into Musi and Tignier. Like, more of that.
Here is Daniels. Goal and 2 assists under his belt so far this season. Down the line for Caligari. Looking for some support. Hoping for the offside flag. And getting one. Campagna needed to track back and was caught beyond the last defender. Right there.
He's motioning, don't play it to me.
Free kick for the home team. I beg your pardon, the visitors, of course. Marco Carducci.
Yeah. There's that press. Turn it over. Split center backs. What can we do now?
Referee says it's okay. Caligari from Watson and Daniels. Daniels looking to get the shot away. Jan Klomp, Dutch defender, was in the way. Omar, clever feet. Caligari. Referee waves play on. Omar stays on the deck. Caligari again, looking to curl one. In the end, it was a bit of a daisy cutter all the way through to Carducci. But Omar certainly got a stiff challenge. Referee chose to play the advantage. He's back on his feet now. Musi, nice control. Nice pass as well for Eric Kobza. Now the ball forward for Insigny.
Great ball.
Into the penalty area. Looking for support. It comes from Musi, trying to curl one. It's not his best foot.
All around nice play though, starting with a Musi pulling it out of the sky. He can do better. He has done better, but he's in the right spots.
Yeah, clearly Halifax know exactly what he can do with that left foot. And I'm sure under orders to push him away, make him play it with his right. He's had a couple of attempts with that right foot to no avail. Here come the Wanderers again with Campagna. Daniels in a more withdrawn position. Omar looking forward. First touch. It'll break for Omar again, and now Caligari on a yellow card. Campagna down the line. Caligari trying to win the corner. Referee points to the 6-yard box. It's a goal kick for Cavalry. Well, I wonder what he said to his troops at half-time. Got that early lead, then got pegged back, then had opportunities.
Well, I think in the end, they haven't produced as much in the final third as they have been doing. So that they're around in this game is largely due to some hard work. But there's so much more they can offer.
Camden. But I mean, there have been genuine opportunities after those 2 early goals at both ends of the field. It would be hard to pick a winner at this stage.
Absolutely agree, and I think that this crowd is the type of crowd that if you keep working with that high press, keep building on that, you're going to get them engaged, and that'll help too.
Fillion for Campagna, who waited for the ball to reach him, but turned it over. Camden can start to build again for the Cavs. Only beaten once this season. They had a string of draws before getting into the win column. But as we said off the top, the fact that they've only been beaten once in, what, 9.5 games is testament to their hard-to-beat mentality.
Absolutely. I think it's going to hold them in great stead if they can start putting some of their chances away. Maybe generating a little bit more here. Both teams probably just a little bit upset with the amount that they're generating in great scoring chances, but solid nonetheless.
Also worth bearing in mind, Cavalry aren't here to entertain. They're here to do a job, get a point if they can nick all 3. They'd be very happy with that. I'm sure that is something of the mentality. Cobbs up, looking forward for the red jerseys. Insigny and Bevan and Musi. First time. Forced the save from Fillion at the expense of a corner.
Very good. More of that. Well done by Bevan. Pulled it off. Musi this time keeping it down, making the keeper make a stop.
Fillion smartly down to his right-hand side. Now he's got to organise his defenders for the resulting corner. Alarcon all the way across to take it. As Musi short if he decides to go that route. Decides not to, towards the near post. Dangerous! Off the post and away. Off the goal line. Didn't go in.
How has that stayed out?
Well, that's the thing that's reverberating around my mind. But it didn't cross the goal line. The whole of the ball has to be over the whole of the line. I think it bounced on the goal line. It certainly hit the inside of the upright. And Halifax survive.
Trafford wondering how that didn't go in. Love to see that again.
I'm sure we'll get a replay in the fullness of time. Well, you're right. It's one of those that you think you cannot believe that the ball did not go into the net. Halifax have dodged a bullet. It stays 1-1 for the time being. Trafford, who thought he'd scored, Cobbs up. For Musi.
Popping up on the other side here.
Bevan making his way into the penalty area. It's over the top of him and cleared out by Campagna. Now have another look at the corner. Near post, Trafford. Mo Omar, I think, off the line. There's the header. Looks like it's going in. Omar off the post. And belted away to safety.
What
Goodness me.
Save. Saved.
He must have thought that his team were going to be in front for the first time. They've got another corner. I wonder what they'll do this time. Will they go near post again? No, they go short for Musi. Alarcon, different angle this time. Taking on the defender, curling it towards the back post. And in the end, it bounces kindly for Jan Fillion.
Halifax don't look comfortable, though, do they?
They do not.
These are opportunities for certain, dead ball opportunities for Calgary.
Cavalry are serving notice of intent in the early minutes of this second half. There is no question about that. But it stays 1-1. Discussion with the fourth official, and now Mr. Ben's going to get involved. And Patrice Geyser giving his 2 cents. Accusations that the ball was thrown away. There's already been a red card brandished to the Cavalry bench in the first half, and Geyser wants more action this time. What's the referee going to do? Well, he got his card out again. And it's going to be a yellow card for the Wanderers head coach. all pretty unnecessary. The Wanderers head coach has his name taken by the referee.
Team meetings on the side, just to talk about what's been going on.
Well, there is plenty of spice to this contest. We've seen it on and off the field. Musi. Campagna made sure he wasn't going any further. And Campagna trots away from the scene of the crime.
Campagna's having a little rough 5 minutes here. He's also gotten a yellow.
Yep, another yellow. Joins Cavalry in the referee's notebook. It's 4 on the field by my reckoning, and a couple on the benches.
I know that young man, he's a very strong character. He'll be fine.
21-year-old from Surrey, BC. Alarcon prepares to whip this in. Didn't get the height to beat the first defender, but Fisk will pick up the loose ball, knock it back into the mix-up. Musi couldn't quite control it, got the opportunity from 6 yards out, came at him at an awkward height. Filian was not really tested. And perhaps, well, I'm sure Musi will think he should have done better there. He was in behind.
That is, with his quality, that's a goal. It's another one. Should be 3-1 right now. Great ball by Fisk. Second phase. Open net.
10 minutes into the second half. The Cavs are serving notice. They're charging forward.
And I think this is what Calgary's been doing. Cavalry, they've been getting the chances. They can't finish, and that's why they have so many draws. But if that changes, this team's at the top.
Insignier, clever. Insignier takes on the shots. Filion again. Called into action. Big right hand, as that was bound for the net. Insignier hunting for a goal to cap his performance.
Lovely little head fake to get himself a yard. Good save as well, getting down to his right-hand side.
Got an assist last week, Insignier. Very nearly got his first goal of the season. He's quick, good feet.
There's got to be another goal in this game.
Referee blows his whistle. And Jan Filion, well, we've had a couple of enforced substitutions, and Filion looks like he's feeling the back of that thigh muscle. Insignier.
Outstanding head fake there. Nimitz very upset with himself.
Fisk with a delivery, and Musi had to take it on the volley straight into the body of Filion.
The last couple of games we've seen Musi look to the stars a few more times than he normally should.
Concern on the face of Patrice Geyser. Has a yellow card, but now is he going to have to bring in a substitute goalkeeper? That's the last thing he wants to do. But Filion was certainly feeling the back of that right thigh, and if he's tweaked a hamstring, well, we'll see. Let's not prejudge the issue.
I think it's whatever it is, as long as he doesn't have to come out, it's a good little breather for Halifax to reset here. They're behind it. Giveaways, nothing clean. The press is off. Losing their men at the back post.
Aidan Rushinas is the substitute goalkeeper. But from a Halifax Wanderers perspective, he will not be called into action. It looks like Filion's due to continue.
You can see Patrice there talking about the tempo. Get the ball moving again. Without the ball, Halifax are not as ruthless. They need to get the ball if this is the type of team they want to build.
Alarcon. Chima decides to go back to Carducci. Klomp is available there, wearing number 4. Chima again. Looking forward for Fisk. And then Musi. That's clever. Alarcon always keen to get forward on that right flank from fullback.
So good adjustment at halftime. Obviously, Tommy and his coaching staff have said we need to play that into dropping forwards. and start bouncing the ball so we can get forward, and it's worked almost every time.
Charlie Trafford wins another free kick. We're going to get another yellow card. Callum Watson for the challenge from behind. It was late, and Watson can't really complain.
Certainly can't complain. Trafford's Ferrazzo on this half. He's been on the ground a bunch.
Yeah, it was late. It was untidy from the Englishman, and Callum Watson had that big chance in the first half. Change is coming. Certainly offensively, it would appear, for the Wanderers. We've already had to burn one substitution at fullback. Ferrazzo replaced by Ryan James, but some tactical substitutions, some fresh legs, fresh ideas. I think I saw from Pomandwe ready to come on, but not just yet. Just approaching the hour mark. That's the time when coaches, unless their team's leading 3-0, tend to get a little twitchy. Decide to change things up. I think the substitution is going to happen now. Double substitution is on the way. Christian Campagna is coming off at right back. Fumba Manwe will replace him. And Callum Watson is also coming off. No goal for him today. And replaced by the Montreal youngster, Thomas Giraldo, born in Colombia. So Manwe will presumably go up front, might operate wide. We'll see. The Englishman from Manwe hasn't featured too much this season. Antigny trying to get it on his right foot. Musi, more danger. Referee says get up and get on with it. And Coimbra will keep it in on that far side. And the substitute Giraldo is busting a gut. Is fed in. They can't touch him now. Giraldo back to goal. Oh my goodness. And Daniels, Aidan Daniels, puts Halifax back in front. That's what we expected. That's what he expected. Wanderers take the lead just after the hour mark. Aidan Daniels, second goal of the season. Wanderers lead the Cavs by 2-1.
Well, we needed something to get this crowd back in the game, and through a series of interesting moves, I think Musi's going to be the most upset. Perhaps a foul at the other end all of a sudden leads to here. Nobody knows where this is going. Everybody misses it. Comedy of errors. Daniels, thank you very much. Bottom corner, good finish. Look at this. Trafford right off.
Daniels didn't need an invitation to shoot. Unmarked, first time, bang! Carducci, absolutely no chance of stopping it. They're cooking in the kitchen.
Football, can you believe it? Should be 3-4-1 for Cavalry. All of a sudden, we're 2-1 now. It's
oh my goodness me!
It's such a game. That's why we watch.
You just never know. Daniels has been peripheral at best, but when the opportunity presented itself, he took it. Banged it into the corner, Aidan Daniels.
So Giraldo looks like he's just leg for leg replaced in the 10.
Yep. Musi goes down under the challenge of James. Referee tried to play advantage. There was none. Free kick for the Cavs, who are chasing the game for a second time. Halifax don't care about that. They want their second consecutive home victory.
Been under it the whole half.
Yeah,
2-1 up.
Haven't they just?
Exactly how they planned it.
That ricocheted away off Daniels, hit his head. Referee's going to stop it. Got it full in the face, Aidan Daniels. And the medical staff, I'm sure, will just make sure that he's okay. Camden. Yeah. Oof. That one stung.
Ouch.
Yep. I think he's okay. I'm fine. Well, he's got some thinking to do. Maybe some changes to make. He doesn't, not anymore. Geiser's team lead by 2-1. They've been under the cosh for almost the entire second half. And then, as you rightly said, well, a comedy of errors at the back from the attack on that left side. Ball somehow found its way to Aidan Daniels. First time, smashed it into the corner to give the Wanderers a 2-1 lead. It's a funny old game, as they've said from time immemorial.
Exactly. I'd say Tommy obviously upset about the score. Cavalry, though, keep doing the same thing. They're getting chances, and for Halifax, they need to keep the ball. Need to take the sting out of this and start controlling the game like they're built to do.
Ball is bouncing around, Fish trying to win it, but unfairly. Omar up quickly, gets on with it. Fisk retreats. Daniels the goal scorer.
That's better. Just keep moving the ball around.
Plays it with Caligari. Back to Lockery, who's long forgotten the foul on Camargo. Possibilities here, perhaps. Oh, now Comp will clear it. And Ferrin had an opportunity.
Wow.
Free kick for the visitors.
Ferrin, you can see why he stays on.
Yep.
He doesn't do anything for minutes at a time, and then all of a sudden, lights up. Look at this.
Yep.
Well controlled, great body position. Little head fake here. See you later. Great block. He can do something, that lad.
Yes, he can. And Cavalry can't afford him to do just such a thing. They're going to have to take risks now. They're going to have to press forward. They're probably wondering, how on earth are we losing this game? But the fact is they trail for the second time by 2-1. They've got time to repair the damage. Good high press again, this time from Giraldo.
Coimbra has his goal, but I've been impressed. He doesn't stop working. He really does help up top. His press is very good. He's in it. He's trying to do his work. He's obviously got another 9 coming in that has been a hero in Halifax, but hasn't affected his work rate, that's for sure.
Throw into the Wanderers. That's from Hamonwe with the colourful cleats. 22-year-old from London, his second season with Halifax, but only made one brief substitute appearance, Mondway. And now Coimbra, maybe he has got a little bit of cramp.
Just on cue, as I said, he's been running miles. Thanks, pal.
Yeah.
Making me look good.
Oh, you are good. He doesn't have to do that. Give him a little hydration. Stretch those toes. As we approach the 3-quarter mark of the game. And Tommy Wheeldon's team are trailing for the second time.
2 number 9s that press from the front. Yes. It's a world that's built like that now. You can't afford not to press from the front. Have to interrupt the way people build.
Insigny tried to win it. Trafford did so. Looking for Insigny. Referee says free kick to Halifax. Cubs are penalised. Well, we did say 10 minutes ago we couldn't see this game ending without another goal. We've got another goal, and we've still got probably 25 minutes to play. You just wonder, don't you?
Come on, let's go. Give us something.
Fillion cushions the ball forward, looking for Mondway. Breaks for Intigny. He's quick. Mondway tracks the run, eventually runs into trouble, Nimick in the way. But you've got to get those tackles in before he gets to the penalty area. Meanwhile, on the other side of the field, Fillion on the charge again. Held up. Good clean tackle on Neferin. One of the men most likely to. Has that look in his eye, doesn't he? Marion again. Can't be offside from a throw. Musi needs to be careful with the football. Finds Camden with a bit of room on this near side. Charge down. Could be trouble here. Camden needs to make this ball his own. Does so. Chips it forward for Insigny. And Nimick across to cover.
Nimick with some no-nonsense Rosette English football.
When in doubt, clear it out. Klump. Alarcon. Haven't seen so much of him as an attacking force in the second half. Now Kopsa on that right-hand side up against the Halifax skipper. Omar makes it his own. Kopsa goes down holding his head. Referee's whistle has gone. Omar doesn't think he's done anything wrong. Well, let's have a look. Oh, there was an elbow there, I think. I think there was. Not sure the referee's taken any action, but Kopsa certainly felt it.
I'm not sure. That might, yeah, well, he's gotten away with it, I think.
I believe he has.
And he's on a yellow, is he not?
He most certainly is.
Oh yeah, he's reached out with that.
Oh, Omar, I'm not sure if he is on a yellow.
Ah, okay.
Certainly Watson, when he's departed. Caligari, Campania has also left the field. I don't have Omar. No, I'm getting confirmation that Omar is not on a yellow card. But
he should be.
Yeah, exactly. He really should be. The referee didn't spot it, nor did his assistant on that far side. But there was clearly, at a second look.
So you watched the game last night, and you've got Valor who look comfortable and capable of defending a lead. And I think this is an evolution in the process part for Halifax. More likely they want the ball now than have to sit back and hold on to this lead.
Bradley Camden on this near side. Shima for Klump. Blue shirts beginning to press again, try and keep them hemmed in. Shima playing with fire there for a moment. Musi wins the foul, trying to turn away from Omar.
Looks like Shima and Klump have switched sides as well.
Attacking substitution. Coimbra, the goal scorer, is going to be replaced by Theo Colomb, French striker, wearing number 9. Colomb on the field. He has a couple of goals under his belt. First season in the CPL. Spent some time with Vancouver Whitecaps too last year. So the Frenchman will presumably lead the line.
Good shift up top. Goal, ran miles. Definitely need a break.
Throw into the home team. James over to take it. Kopsa again quietly efficient in midfield. James looking for a teammate. Hurls it down the line. Kopsa again challenging. Towards the edge of the area. No nonsense defending. Sometimes you have to do that. Carducci's come a long way. Dealt with it comfortably. Insigny, quick feet again from the youngster. Kopsa for Alarcon on that far side. Fisk is forward. Insigny is forward. Musi's forward. Charlie Trafford's got acres of room on this near side. Here is the aforementioned Trafford. Not so much room now. Klump looking forward. Bevan lingering with intent on the edge of the area. It never got there. Ferrin rides the challenge. Alarcon got to see yellow here. Tackle was late. Ferrin was gone. Alarcon couldn't allow him to go any further.
Zero complaints. Moving right on, taking the yellow. I don't think there's any dispute.
Alarcon joins Trafford and Intigny in the referee's notebook. It's 6 yellow cards by my reckoning. All told. It hasn't been over physical, but there have, as we said earlier on, been some meaty challenges.
Yeah, we're in a game.
Yep. Alarcon couldn't win it. Cobza tried, but gave it away. Ferrin is on his bike here. Geraldo waiting. Ferrin teasing Alarcon. And the Spaniard did what was necessary at the expense of a corner to Halifax.
Better press, Halifax, keep it down there. Keep the ball.
Just over a quarter of an hour to play. Carducci and his defenders under pressure again. They need the ball at the other end of the field, having fallen behind to Aidan Daniels' second goal of the season. Cavalry. 4 to aim for in the box. Plenty of air underneath it. Omar couldn't get there. He thought he was fouled. The referee is not impressed. I think there was context at the back post. Have another look.
Omar, arms everywhere. Yeah, that's another one. Just got it in the face from Omar.
Charlie Trafford. So, changes for the Cavs. Triple substitution. Intigny, Camden, and Fisk, a substitute himself, is withdrawn. Mickey Cantab, Jose Escalante from Honduras, and Ethan Beckford. Attack-minded midfielder are on for Tommy Wheeldon Jr.'s side, and they need some fresh ideas, having dominated the first 15 minutes of the second half. They've been penned back somewhat more recently, and they need some fresh ideas going forward to make a difference.
The dreaded sub of the sub.
Yes.
Well, the dice have been rolled now. Got to get people forward, and you can expect them to do that.
Well, Escalante wearing 11 will play in his usual left wing role, I'm sure. Let's see where everybody else goes. Ed Beckford probably on the right-hand side. Trafford was trying to feed Beckford. Trafford goes himself. And Cantav, an attack-minded midfielder.
Well done by Cobza.
First touch for Escalante. For his fellow substitution, Cantav, wearing 22. From Pamanwe in the way. Shima. For Plump. Trafford looking forward for Beckford. Ends up on the deck. Referee's whistle.
Might be the longest amount of time that Escalante's been off in the time he's been at the Cavalry, so should be fresh and ready to go, and he can get forward.
Frieskeiser is not backward in coming forward with his opinions. Don't forget, tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, Canada against USA. The best of enemies for all the marbles in the CONCACAF Nations League final. Pre-game tomorrow, 8 p.m. on One Soccer. Can't wait.
I know what I'm doing.
Me too. All in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plump, forced backwards. Shima. Well, it's all very well having possession, but they've got to come up with some fresh ideas, try and unlock that Cavalry backline, the Halifax backline. Maybe Escalante. He can be a nuisance. Manway, again, prevents his progress. But Escalante can be a real tough customer. Surprised that we haven't seen more of him this season. 4 goals and 5 assists for the Honduran last year, but yet to register in 2023. Corner for the Cavs. Alarcon. Oh, all the way across goal. And somebody needed to be taking a chance. Nobody could get ahead of it.
Trafford upset with himself, watch. Didn't go at all. looking to the sky.
Trimo was behind him, Trafford, and he must have thought somebody's got to get ahead on it. Great corner, by the way.
Really good.
Terrific delivery from Alarcon, but again, yields nothing. Look at the possession stats, almost 2-1 in favor of the men in red. But it's the men in blue, Halifax Wanderers, leading on home soil. Time beginning to come the enemy. Beckford will give chase. Ball beats him to the byline. Ethan Beckford comes from quite a football dynasty. Well, Escalante, well, he's been on the field 2 minutes as he pulled his hamstring. Goodness me.
This doesn't look good.
It surely doesn't. I mean, we've already had one subbed, and Halifax, by my reckoning, have one substitute left, but Escalante may have just pulled up lame here, and if so, there's no way he can continue, and Cavalry can't afford a passenger.
Yeah, are we down? I don't think they have a sub left, do they?
I believe, by my reckoning, well, let's have a look. Fisk was sub now. Let's have a look. Escalante, Beckford, Fisk, Cantave. Do they have another sub left? Check that for you in a moment. I believe they have one remaining. That was my first thought, yeah. Well, he's up. Now, is it the sort of thing that you can run off? Maybe one more. No, it doesn't look like it, does it? It really doesn't look like it. If he's tweaked that hamstring, he's done. It's as simple as that. Goodness me. Panic stations on the bench, perhaps, for Cavalry. 10 minutes to go. They need attacking ideas.
That is not good.
It's all going to add time on the end of the 90. Well, they're strapping him up. That is the thigh of the Honduran Jose Escalante. Maybe they'll give him one more chance to have a sprint. Mandway pushed over by Trafford, who then came in contact with Patrice Geyser. Referee says that's okay.
All smiles.
Yeah, for the time being. Escalante looks like they're going to strap him up, send him out for one more sprint. Into the area it goes, cleared by Alarcon. James hemmed in on that far side by Musi and others. Cobbs is also there. Ball still in play. Alarcon trying to get himself out of a fix, boots it forward. Cavalry need to get it forward, but they can't. Then the snapshot wide of the far post. This is all good for Halifax Wanderers. Cavalry are chasing the game.
The winning number, 6-1.
They've got about 10 minutes to do something about it. They've got a wounded warrior in Escalante. Whether or not he'll be able to complete the game, we'll see. Here he is, Escalante. Well, he's managed to pass it. Cantave couldn't get there, and behind for a goal kick. All takes more seconds off the clock, and that'll suit the Wanderers just fine.
Need to hold on to this now. Wins are going to give you the time to keep building the process. And all these new guys gelling together and new coach. Every time you get a win, it gives you just a bit more time to keep moving the chains.
Lochry. James forward. Trafford trying to win it. But Ferrin will bring it forward. Continues his run. There's room on that left-hand side. Rinaldi into the area. Ferrin couldn't control it. Forced backwards. James into the area. Not the most convincing of headers. Manway thought about it. Tried to cross it across, all the way across. Goal! friendship. Bill Galon is buried in celebration. Carducci thumped the turf. Cavalry's defending was all at sea again. And the Frenchman took full advantage. Halifax lead by 3 goals to 1.
You heard guys are talking about it before. If we can finish our chances, we have a good chance of winning the game. And look at this. Poor clearance, Daniels slip. Good ball across on the ground. Bang. Cool, calm, side of the foot, side mesh.
Colom. Well, he was licking his lips as the ball diverted towards him. Great finish into the corner. Carducci exposed again. The Privateers celebrate behind Carducci's goal. And that is probably game over.
Another number 9 scoring. That's the idea.
Theo Colom has his 3rd goal of the CPL season. 22-year-old from Clermont, France. In his first season in the Canadian Premier League, is making quite the impression. Mondway, who will probably get an assist for the goal, should do in my opinion. And the jig may be up for Cavalry now. 5 minutes to play. They need 2 goals just to get a point. Kobza. Alarcon will whip one in. Header is straight at Filion. Trafford was well forward. It's an attempt on target, but it was comfortable for the Wanderers keeper.
Good movement by everybody, good shape by Wanderers. Not going to score on a header much from there.
Filion saying Bevan should be further away. It's a live ball. On we go. Has Cavalry got anything left in the tank? Trafford trying to make things happen. Ball was taken away by Omar. And now it's really just a case of the Blue Jerseys managing the rest of the game. They don't need to do anything fancy now. Daniels, the man who put them in front, wins the free kick. One of the key moments of the game. Daniels.
It's been more direct, it's been more chaotic, but it's been fun.
Filion waves his players forward. He doesn't want the ball in his half of the field. Understandably so. Now towards the corner flag. A bit early to start playing that game. Kobza sorted his feet out just in time. Takes it away from Ferrin, but forced backwards. Wins the free kick. And the seconds tick away from Kobza and Cavalry. Ronaldo has his opinion as well. Now Halifax have held their nerve in this game. It was 1-1 for so long. They were really under the pump in the first 15 minutes or so of the second half. Cavalry hit the inside of the upright. Ball bobbled on the goal line. There were other opportunities. They should be leading by 2 or 3-1. But look at the scoreline now, Will.
It's a funny old game, as we said.
Alarcon, Lochry, away from the danger zone. Finds Klump. Into the edge of the area games again. Beckford couldn't control it. Goals change games. And now Colom, whose 3rd goal has almost certainly sealed the victory for Halifax Wanderers. There was appeals for handball right on the edge of the area. That was the Beckford. Referee
That's bounced off his hip first. Can't call that.
Referee certainly didn't think so. On we go. Daniels would like another one. He might have thought about it, didn't he? Just for a moment, he thought about curling one into the corner. And now he just wants to play keep ball. And why wouldn't you? That'll do. A few more seconds gone. We're in the final minute of the 90. There have been significant stoppages in this second half. An injury to Escalante. A couple of suspicions of head injuries as well. We'll get the official stoppage time in just a moment. Chima. Escalante. Beckford. Up against Cavalry. Beckford gets muscled off it, but referee says free kick. Cavalry not impressed with the decision. Cavalry, as we mentioned earlier, is on a yellow card, so his protests need to be mooted.
Agreed. I think he might be right there.
Yeah.
He's gotten a little unlucky on that one, but they have 3.
Halifax number 6 already in the book. He needs to keep his mouth shut and get back and defend. Alarcon with that cultured right foot. What can he do from here? Maybe an Olympico is on his mind. Went near post. Didn't get it over James. They're still forward. Cantar picks it up. Plenty forward still in red. Trafford with the back heel. Moosey. Little bit of room. Got to be accurate. Smashed away. 5 minutes of stoppage time. We've played nearly one. Moosey again. Round the outside. Stopped by James. Half stopped. Goal kick. Performance of the match. Aidan Daniels had quiet moments, but he was quietly efficient, and when that opportunity came to him to give Halifax the lead, he smashed it in the corner.
He has quality. When he showed up with the ball, he did what he needed to do, and hence 3 points are coming the Wanderers' way.
Gatorade performance of the match. Halifax number 10, Aidan Daniels. Push surely from Charlie Trafford, right under the nose of the referee. Free kick for the Wanderers. Cavalry heading towards only their 2nd loss of the season. And you get the feeling, don't you, Will, when you analyse this, that in some respects they only have themselves to blame.
I think Tommy's been saying that the whole season thus far.
James, can they add a 4th? Comp was in efficiently to go for a throw.
Long touch there. Unlucky James. Could have been more, but yeah, no, I think the Cavalry have had games where they've drawn. They should have won. They've been up in almost every game. Should have been up in this game, most definitely. And here we are. Frustrating for Tommy.
For Tommy and all those in red, and for the foot soldiers as well. They will not be happy with the way this has turned out. Plump battling for possession. Ball is still live. Referee will let it go. Alarcon was trying something fancy. Trafford trying to clear it, charge down. Goal kick. 2 minutes to play in Halifax, Nova Scotia. The Wanderers heading for back-to-back victories. Beat Valor last weekend by a 2-goal margin. It may be the same margin of victory today against Cavalry FC. Chima with the header. Daniels knocks it forward for Colomb to chase.
Omar's put in a nice performance today in the middle there. Left and right, constantly on the ball.
Wrestling match on the edge of the area between Bevan and Nimick. Nimick protesting his cause, but I think it's going to be a Cavalry free kick. Well, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, perhaps.
I think you're right.
So, Beckford is going to spot the ball down. Young Englishman. Alarcon is there as well, he's interested. Finion organising his defenders. Final minute of stoppage time. Even if Beck was to score, there surely wouldn't be time to get a leveller. Beckford right foot, perhaps Alarcon left foot. Ethan Beckford goes for goal, disappointing. Sums up Cavalry today.
I was just going to say that is exactly what they've done all day.
Patrice Geyser knows it's as good as done. That was probably the last chance. And Halifax, having taken an early lead and then weathered the storm from Cavalry, found another gear late in the game from Aidan Daniels and from Theo Colom to take it away from the Cavs. Referee seen enough. Home fans celebrate. Patrice Geyser and Tommy Wheeldon exchange handshakes. Aidan Daniels scored the go-ahead goal that broke the game open in Halifax's favour in the second half. They have back-to-back home wins. They have beaten Cavalry FC by 3 goals to 1. All smiles for those in blue. Daniels, his second goal of the season. VW moment of the match. The third Halifax goal. Poorly defended again by Cavalry. Eventually it would make its way from Manway all the way across to the Frenchman Theo Colom. Curled it into the corner where Carducci just couldn't get. And all celebrations behind that goal. 3-1, game-winning goal for Theo Colom. Big celebrations for the men in blue. All-state save of the match comes from big Jan Filion. Gauthier Intigny into the area, got the shot away. Big right hand from Filion. That was one of several big saves Filion had to make to keep Halifax in it in the early stages of that second half. Okay, let's go downstairs, get some pitch side reaction. Man with the headset on. Aidan Daniels, Gatorade performance of the match. Aidan, thanks for taking the time. Congratulations on the 3 points. You've got to be happy with that performance. You kind of had to weather the storm in the early start part of that second half, but you just kept pushing forward.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're happy with the 3 points. You know, Cavalry's always been a good team, and, you know, they came out with a lot of energy in the second half, but, you know, we talked about it before the game. You know, we have to weather the storm, and we did that really well. And, you know, we scored twice in the second half to ice it out. So really happy with the 3 points and the performance from the guys.
Aidan, Will Cromack here. How does it feel to get the goal that starts to bring the crowd back into the game, and what does it mean for the crowd from your perspective?
Yeah, it's always nice to get a goal. Ultimately, you know, the fans here give us energy, and I think that scoring that goal gave us that push to, as I said, ice the game out. So, you know, if our fans are behind us, sky's the limit for us, because the energy they bring every day is fantastic.
And Aidan finally back-to-back wins at home. That's got to do the confidence, the self-belief, the world of good. You must now feel you're a match for absolutely anybody in this league.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we talked about it after the York game that we needed to put in some performances, and obviously we didn't get what we wanted in Ottawa, but I thought we performed well. But yeah, winning back-to-back home games is immense. You know, we got 6 points now, and we go to York on Wednesday, and hopefully we can get 3 more.
Recover well. Thanks for your time, Aidan. Congratulations on the result today.
Appreciate it.
Aidan Daniels of Halifax Wanderers scoring the goal that took them ahead and ultimately out of reach of Cavalry. The main stat is the one right at the top there. 3-1 in favour of the Wanderers. More shots for the visitors, more on target for the visitors. But in the end, they leave Halifax empty-handed despite their lion's share of possession. Halifax Wanderers ultimately were the winners. And they remain in 6th place, but look at that crowded midfield. Valor and Cavalry all on 12 points, chasing the top 3, Pacific, York and Forge. Remember, there are 5 playoff places to come at the end of the season, and I'm sure Cavalry and Halifax Wanderers will have much to say in that debate. Another home win for the Wanderers. It's all good in Halifax. The Wanderers beating Cavalry by 3-1. Pacific. Oh, what a mess. Daniels has got to score.
It's in the back of the net. Oh, Saze Di Rosario.